thoughts and overview, please, of just the game itself, and then we'll start and open up to questions.
I thought it was a great hockey game. Exactly what I think we expected, and very similar to how we played the 2 games in Grand Forks, very competitive. We didn't have a great start. I thought we were a little tentative early, and they capitalized, and our guys kind of, like they've been doing here the last month or so, they just kind of kept their composure and kept playing. And obviously it was huge to get the goal and start the second period the right way, and obviously that was a big period for us. And you know, it'll take a 1-goal lead and going into the third period, but it was great to see us get that 4th goal, and our guys did a great job at the end too with the 6-on-5. But just a real good team effort, and excited about moving on to tomorrow.
Dom, could you talk about what you guys talked about in the locker room between the first and second? You really seemed to come out with a lot more strength at the start of the second, and you got 2 quick goals.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it wasn't the start we wanted, getting down and not a very good first period. So we want to come out and play hard and try and play our game, bring it to them instead of have them bring it to us. So every line had it going right at the start of the second, and we went from there.
Alex, knowing the way Cam Johnson frustrated you in 4 games this season, especially the 2 in the league, how much did it mean to see that second goal up on the scoreboard?
You know, it gained us a lot of confidence, and that was kind of what we needed from after the first period. Especially second period, big goals coming out of there, and that kind of brought us momentum throughout the rest of the game. So it was good to get a couple goals there in the second.
Dom, you guys were tied 1-1, and then Casimir made a huge save on Gardner's chance, and then you scored right after that, and then a little later, Caggiula was alone in front, shot it wide, and then right after that, you got that 3rd goal. So talk about what you guys were feeling on the bench as Casimir started making those big saves, and whether it led to the momentum shifts there.
Yeah, well, I mean, Kaz has played tremendous for us all year, and it's good we can start finally getting some wins for him. He keeps us in every hockey game, and that's what you ask from our goalie. So he's a huge part of our team moving forward.
Scott, what is it you've seen out of Dom and Al the last month? It seems like those 2 and Johns have really kind of caught fire.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason they've been together a lot. You know, we separated them a little bit during the year and did some things with other lines, as you know, and try and get something going, spark something. And, you know, once we kind of saw how that went, we decided to go back to the lines that we currently have. I mean, these guys have chemistry. They play together in junior hockey. They played together the first 2 years. So, and then Adam obviously started the year on that line, and, you know, I thought he had a good start. Maybe lost a little confidence early because he didn't put the puck in the net. He hit about 7 or 8 pipes and kind of moved him around, but I think he's, you know, matured as a freshman, and, you know, obviously playing with these 2 guys, I think they've helped him, and that line certainly has become kind of what it was earlier in the year too.
Dom, do you think after the 4 games of the season that now you look back at this one, maybe all year you were shooting from too good an angle?
No, I mean, it was a lucky shot, and we'll take them, absolutely.
Dom, what have you seen out of Al, and Al, what have you seen out of Dom the last few weeks, both of you playing together?
Pretty much just hard work. He's always been a hard worker, and whether it's communicating, he's a big communicator, and whether it's breaking out, I always find him in the breakouts and the cycles. So it's huge, big communication factor, and definitely playing hard. He's always been a hard worker, and I respect that from him, and so rubs off him onto me and John. So it's good.
Scott, your team was picked to win this league, obviously. The regular season didn't go the way you expected, but at the start of the year when you envisioned the way your team would win, is this what you've done in the last few weeks, what you envisioned, the kind of hockey you thought you'd play?
Yeah, I mean, again, we don't have a CBS line or a Pacific Rim line. We have a new line, though. It's called the KFC line, which is Cameronese, Farley, and Coolman. But that just got nicknamed this week, so guys are having a little fun with that. But no, I mean, you know, we knew it was going to be, you know, with kind of our depth, you know, and winning by that and scoring. You know, every line having an opportunity to score, getting some goals from our D. You know, Gaz, obviously, we knew what he did as a freshman. We knew he had strong goaltending, and you know, we lost 1 defenseman, and you know, we replaced that with Neil Pionk, but you know, pretty similar. You know, but this team had to kind of buy into a little bit more of the defensive mode, I think, as the year went on, you know, when you're losing games, not scoring a lot and getting chances, I think, you know, they finally kind of grasped that and embraced that, and I think that's been a huge part of it. And, you know, it's amazing, I think, when you play better defensively, you find a way to score a little bit more. But pucks have been going in, and you know what? I'm just happy our guys are getting rewarded with some wins.
Scott, you came in really needing a win this weekend. How much of a relief is it to get it today?
It's always good when you can play for a championship, right? You know, I mean, you know what, Bruce? I think about a month ago we talked about it. You know, that where we were at, we need to get to our tournament and try and win the tournament, and that's, you know, that's one surefire way to get in. And you know, our guys did that by getting home ice and winning the first round, and obviously they won tonight, so they have again put themselves in a position to do that. It feels good. You know, I'm happy for our team and I'm happy for our players, and you know, they've stayed the course, and that's a credit to them.
Scott, a lot of times when a team doesn't score on a 5-on-3 power play, like happened when you guys were up 2-1, can really suck the momentum out. But you guys were able to really regroup pretty quickly after that. So talk about how you were able to do that.
Well, our power play hasn't been great all year, so maybe it didn't phase us. I don't know. You know, it's funny because we worked on it quite a bit here the last 2 weeks, and you know, I think we had a couple good opportunities, but it didn't go in. And you know, I think you never know. Like, and that's kind of how this group's been. You know, they just kind of have just kind of kept playing, and they really haven't lost their composure. They haven't been too up or down. Where I think for stretches during the year there was, you know, probably a little bit more of that up and down. So I think it tells you how far they've come, and you know, again, it goes back to, you know, the room and the feeling the guys have in the room.
Tom, what does it mean for some of you older guys on the team who haven't been able to be a part of this event the past couple of years to not only get here but then have some success around it?
Yeah, well, actually, from the senior class down, none of us have even won a playoff game for our conference. So, I mean, it was nice to get that first two against Miami, and it's awesome down here. I mean, the Target Center's been a great host, and it's been a lot of fun so far, but we're not done yet.
Alex, if you see St. Cloud, what would you expect, I guess, if you guys do end up playing them tomorrow night?
Just keep what we're doing, especially when we played them in St. Cloud. Pretty much the same thing, just a different venue. And, just got to keep working hard in the corners and definitely stay defensively. So just got to make sure we got to get the puck out on the breakouts as well.
Final question? Congratulations.
Thanks, guys.